Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here, back with more Let's Play Shining Force 3. Alright, we have finished up what we needed to do in town. Castle gate is shut tight. Where do I leave the town? Which direction is the exit that I can actually use? Not that way. I think I did this the last time too. It's like, where the hell am I going? This way! So the only open gate is the one we go to. I thought it was the one from the south. So, we exit town. We can kind of look around. There's a statue here. You know, this is the town. It's actually quite an impressive fortress, really. And one thing we can do is come up here, and this is something that will actually play into the story a lot later. Notice that there's a dam here set up for water control for the town. So that plays a very interesting part later in the game, as do the statues here. But for now, we're just gonna walk out, and we're gonna get into a fight. Because, yay, fights. I say that as it's taking forever to load. There we go. I was a little concerned there for a second. The Barrand army is really moving fast. A scout unit has already reached storich. We must hurry, Lord Symbios. Yeah, let's get on that. We should head for storich as quickly as possible. The main Barrand army must not make it to the town. Alright, so that must be the Symbios army. They must be moving to reinforce storich. Push on, scout unit. Pillage storich before they can catch up to you. Alright, so we get to fight the Barrand, and really, those are our allies. That's, like, their goal is, hey, pillage the town! What the hell is wrong with you people? Alright, so we have a whole bunch of new enemies this fight. Hellhounds. HP of 32, movement of 6, attack of 31, defense of 24, agility of 17, luck of 3, carrying fairy powders, which means they probably have some sort of status ailment effect. Barrand soldiers. HP of 36, movement of 6, attack of 30, defense of 24, agility of 12, luck of 2, halberd wielders, pretty much the same as what we fought the last fight. Just, you know, there. We've got wing knights, pretty much the same that we encountered last time. Sniper elf. Now this is actually a changed name, because in the US release they were called dire wolves, and I never understood why. Sniper elf makes so much more sense. HP of 33, movement of 5, attack of 30, defense of 23, agility of 18, luck of 3, also carrying a robin arrow, so they're going to have the same range that we do. We also have Hydra. HP of 47, movement of 4, attack of 33, defense of 23, agility of 10, luck of 2. They do have a fire breath attack that can be quite devastating. And then we have the boss, Force Commander. HP of 80, movement of 5, attack of 36, defense of 26, agility of 14, luck of 8, carrying a power brace and can drop power axe and defense brace. So, yeah, not really much of a threat. The thing about this fight is, so we already learned in the last couple episodes, the fact that the Elbison statue is no more means the game is going to take a sharper turn. Look at that attack range. So happy to have that attack range at this point. Much like in Shining Force 2, when Volcanon gave up his aid for the ground dwellers, we are going to have a marked increase in difficulty due to the fact that our protection is now no longer available. So, and of course the Hellhound is going to go after Symbios. So we're taking 7 damage. It's like, okay, that's However, our weaker force members are going to be, and even Danteri's has, you know, fairly decent defense. And even still, he just took a decent amount of damage. So now is when the game is going to open up and become considerably more difficult. Alright, so we have support level 1 to start, unfortunately. It says support level 2, but that's up to support level 2. So, yeah, we're gonna do that. Like I said, it's not gonna get her a lot of XP doing this, but it's going to help the fights move considerably more faster, because we're going to have, you know, better agility, better defense than what we just had. So these are things you want to take into consideration. All right, let's try out this new halberd. 17 damage to a hellhound. That's not bad. I'm okay with that damage, really. All right, so we've got an axe. I can take this one out with the axe. I'm pretty sure Obright can do a ton of damage. Okay, not enough. We're 4 HP off. That's fine. Because this fight takes, you know, a more interesting twist, because we're gonna get some more enemies show up as time progresses. Alright, let's move you forward, and we don't need to do freeze 2. That's just silly.
Now bear my Arctic Blast.
Now bear my Arctic Blast. I always love the freeze spell in this game so much more than the others. That I would really, really love to see an update to this game. Like, I know the odds of getting just a straight re-release are not gonna happen. But an upgrade, that might happen. Like, just a rebuild from the ground up, because I love the animation effects. I love the gameplay style. I really think, you know, this could turn out to be a really entertaining cinematic game. Like, instead of, like, doing the transition, you kind of like how Fire Emblem is currently going, and having, you know, characters, you just kind of zoom in on the battlefield and get that kind of, that cinematic, view. I think that would be really neat. I think there could be a lot done to this game, should, you know, some miracle of biblical proportions happen and Sega decides to actually release a good game. I could see this being a really good game. It's never going to happen, because in order to make it half decent, you'd have to have Camelot involved, and that bridge has long been burned, and its ashes fell into the river and was swept downstream and met a tributary into the ocean, and eventually evaporated away. And yeah, it's just, I could keep going about just the complete crap state of that relationship. And I will never forget one of the articles I did when I was writing. One of the first ones was talking about it was the possibility of a new Shining title, because Sega had announced a new potential trademark. And like, you know, we're not going to get a true Shining game until, you know, they work with Camelot, because Camelot made the Shining series. There's really no denying that the Camelot era games are just better. They were done by people who actually had an interest in RPGs, rather than we're just doing a project because we were told to keep our jobs. And that is really the impression I get from the later Shining series titles. Like, we want a very anime-esque style, because that's what the kids are hip to these days. And like, you have no idea what you're talking about, do you? But that's how things kind of went, and it was silly. It was beyond silly. And one of the people was one of the commenters was trying to point out just how many Shining games had come out. None of them, of course, which come out in the U.S. at all at that point, because at that point it had been like 5-6 years before or between the last Shining release. So it's like And it's like, oh, real fans import, fake fans bitch and moan like this. It's like, first of all, it was on a site that the whole premise of the site was so that we didn't have to import games anymore. Like, we wanted to bring attention to games so that people knew that, you know, there were good games with good followings. And, you know, to see that, so you didn't have to harass the companies after the game had already come out, and after they'd already said they're not going to do anything with it. It's like, no, draw attention beforehand. And, like, one of the responses is, like, you do realize how stupid it is that, you know, you're saying that on a site made famous by not, you know, so that you don't have to import. And that's the truth. It's like, no one wants to have to import. You would prefer the game to get an actual retail release in your region. That's, you know, that's what you want, because that shows that there are fans of these franchises, and it's worth, you know, investing in, basically. But it's like, I know Sega's not going to ever be able to patch things up with Camelot, because that would be too much effort for them. Who is what level? I don't have any... Justin was the only person who was level 1. Yeah, Justin was the only person who's level 1. Horst hasn't done anything yet. We haven't seen Horst. I'm gonna come over here and attack this guy, because, you know, ranged unit plus my bird. Not something that... And hey, antidote herb, yay. But, like, I would love to see a new Shining game. I would like to see some of the Shining games that came out after the Camelot era actually get localized here in the US. I'm not going to pretend like it's actually going to happen, because that would be too easy. It's not. I know it, you know it, the rest of the American people know it. Let me play some jazz trumpet for you. Like, that's where we're at, and that's sad. But no, I want to go there. I don't want to try to land on someone else. Oh, that hellhound's just going to try to flank us. He thinks he's cute. Alright, I really would like to hit... Oh, I got a spear. Let's do this. Let's just spear him from a distance.
Prepare to die.
Because, of course, Sidewinder. So... But there are some fans that are very adamant that the post-Camelot era games are actually decent. Really, Horst? You didn't kill him? Alright, well you're gonna get to kill him. Cause I'm gonna kill this guy. Or not. Thank you, Billy, for blocking. But I mean, a lot of the post-Shining games, they just had a lot of really bad ideas. Like, first and foremost, like, we're gonna put them on the PSP, a system that is effectively dead in your region. Like, that's the long and short of it, unfortunately. So, and then, you know, a lot of them, there are a couple that are based very similarly to the Valkyria Chronicles engine, which is nice, but there has not been an actual... Okay, it's your turn, Invasion Force. Divide the Symbiote's army before they get anywhere near Storich. So, there was an Invasion Force hiding in Storich waiting for us. They've got some new enemies. Alright, the Barisal... Oh, crap. Barisal soldier's probably going to put a world of hurt on Noon. Oh, what? I guess it's the land effect. He must have some decent land effect. Either that or my defense is just fantastic at the moment. But it's... I've talked about the Shining series at length. Like, and that's the thing. I can talk about the Shining series at length, especially playing the... Oh, I had support. That's what it was. I had the support spell. Alright, what is Eldar? Eldar can be my first person to level 3. Except not. I'm going to put Eldar over here. Eldar is going to help deal with the the Hellhound. Let's take a look at the new enemies, because I forgot that there are new enemies. So we've got more Barrasol soldiers, we've got more Wing Knights, we've got a couple more another Sniper Elf, we have 2 magic users, we have Aspia Mage, HP of 30, MP of 16, movement of 5, attack of 28, defense of 20, agility of 20, luck of 4, carrying healing drops. Blaze 3, that's going to be fun to deal with. And then we have High Priest, HP of 37, MP of 21, movement of 5, attack of 30, defense of 23, agility of 12, luck of 5, Tornado 3, and Aura, level 1, our first AoE heal spell. How beautiful is that? And support's wearing off of everyone. I'm not at all surprised. I do need to deal with that. I'm probably going to have Horst deal with the Hellhound as well. Because, yeah. I'll get the kill on the soldier with Horst, and then probably the kill on the Hellhound with Horst, and that'll level him up, and should level up. Oh, hey, look, that's not good. Well, okay, Eldar also does have our highest defense ring, so I had an expectation, and that blew it away. I do need to heal Sybil. Sybil took a little bit of damage, didn't she? Yeah, Sybil's probably my weakest damaged person at the moment. So, give Grace some more XP as well. But I think if the series needs a return to form, it needs Shining Force needs a tactical RPG on a console. You know, not a AAA release, but at least an A rank. Like, it doesn't need to be like you know, millions and millions and millions of dollars put into the production, but it needs to be of decent caliber. And I think that's doable. I don't understand why other than the fact that Camelot would not be involved in it, so there would be a little level of, this is kind of heresy, is how a lot of people would look at it. But, really, Eldar? You're doing very crap damage to the Hellhound. That's disappointing. Let's come over here and do some damage to these guys. I mean, we're getting a lot of especially JRPG style games on handhelds. They're coming out on the 3DS, they're coming out on the Vita. It's like, we could use some, you know, console, some like high-end, like they don't have to be, you know, breaking the bank, but they need to be a decent quality. You can't just crap out something and pretend the fans are going to just eat that up. Let's go ahead and kill him, shall we?
Now bear my Arctic blast.
I just think that if that happened, that would be something that would actually instill a lot of confidence in Sega again. Because I have to say, their consumer confidence is just pathetic. Like, I can't... They made a statement a while back of, we want to, you know, regain consumer confidence, we're going to release some good... And then they did nothing. That's like... I mean, I'm a little more jaded than most because, like, I've been on the receiving end of their bullshit. But, like, there are people who, you know, haven't had channels taken down by Sega that just don't care. You don't learn, do you? Thunderdrop for the kill. Thank you, Khan. That was actually a nice kill. Alright, I do need to start spreading people out because that mage with Blaze level 3 is getting uncomfortably close. Alright, you're gonna attack. Do very little damage to Eldar. I'm fine with that. If Eldar can tank something like this, I am okay with that. Alright, let's put Symbios there. We're going to start spreading out a little bit, because again, Blaze 3, not something we want to encounter. We don't want to be on the business end of that. Paralyze! That's why they have the healing drops. Alright, I may actually just end this episode here, because I'm thinking I'm going to go for the mage and then deal with everyone else. So, plus, otherwise I'm just going to keep rambling and probably go over time talking about how Sega needs to do a good game and work with Camelot again and, you know, not be crap. So, I'm going to end this episode here, and I'll see you guys in the next installment where we'll finish up this fight and hopefully make it to Storich to see if they are in good shape, which they're probably not if they had an invasion force. So, yeah. Until then, later everyone.